This mom helped her son get rid of his pregnant girlfriend. Emily Baguero was born on July 12th of 2001 and was from the Dominican Republic. She was described as loving, kind, and just beautiful. Just across the street from her lived Marlon Martinez, who she would often hang out with. Marlon was born in New York in 1998 and was raised by his mother and stepfather in the Dominican Republic. Although they were neighbors, they lived in two different worlds. Emily's family lived in a very small home, struggling to take care of her and her siblings, while Marlon's home was a grand modern villa. It had a gate and a large front garden since his mom worked in politics. His family could afford expensive gifts, and they were able to send him to an expensive school out of town. Once Emily turned 15 years old and Marlon was 18 years old, they started to date, and once she turned 16 and he was 19, Emily found out she was pregnant. At first, Emily was very scared, but she decided to keep the baby. However, Marlon's mother was not happy about this because she was scared it was going to affect the family's reputation since her son got someone pregnant that's poor. On August 23rd of 2017, Emily is now 5 months pregnant and she is expecting a baby boy. On that day around 8:30 a.m., Emily and Marlon have plans to go to the clinic to pick up lab results. Around 11:25 a.m., Emily texts her sister that she is going to be dropped off at a gas station because she has plans to meet up with one of her uncles. Her family thought this was really strange because she didn't use text, she always used voice message, and who was this uncle that she was supposedly meeting up with? Since they are neighbors with Marlon, they saw when he arrived home, so the sister goes to approach him to ask where her sister is. Marlon stated that when they went to the clinic, Emily had gotten the dates wrong and they weren't able to get the results. As they were heading back home, he stated that Emily asked if he could drop her off at a gas station because she was going to be meeting up with her uncle and that uncle would be dropping her off at home. Emily's family found this very odd, so they headed over to that gas station to see if anyone had saw her. Once the family asked for surveillance footage, there was no sign of Emily or Marlon. Things were not adding up, so Emily's mom called police to report her as missing. Right away, Emily's family felt like Marlon and his mother Marlene had something to do with this. Her family knew one thing for sure, and it was that Marlene was not happy about the pregnancy at all, and she probably did something to Emily and the baby. So to address these rumors, Marlon and his mother Marlene held a press conference in their living room. In the footage, Marlon is asking Emily to return home, and Marlene is just stating that everything is a lie and they had nothing to do with her disappearance. Marlene also messes up by saying Emily in past tense, so she has to correct herself. Despite this at-home press conference, people were not convinced. On August 26 of 2017, Marlon ended up turning himself in, and a few days later, his mother turned herself in as well, and they were arrested. Reporters were asking Marlene if she helped with Emily's disappearance, and all she was saying was that she was acting like a mother, not an accomplice. On August 31st, a suitcase was found on the side of the road about an hour away from where Emily lived. Once that suitcase was opened, it was revealed that Emily was inside and she had trauma to her abdomen and skull. It was revealed that on the day the two were supposed to go to the clinic, Marlon never took her there. Instead, he took her to his mom's empty apartment and he forced Emily to drink an unknown liquid that was supposed to get rid of her baby. But it didn't go as planned. Emily was bleeding a lot and she started to fight off Marlon. So he pushed her, she then fell and hit her head. Then surveillance footage captured Marlon carrying Emily's body in a sack. After this, he called his mother Marlene to come help and cover everything up, and of course, she agreed. Marlon was sentenced to 30 years in prison, and Marlene was originally sentenced to 5 years in prison, but later it got reduced to 2 years.